Hello everyone, how are you? First of all, I'd like to welcome you all in today's webinar. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Muhi Ashmouni. I'm the Customer Relations Manager at CoToBe. I've been here for almost 6 months, and today I will be your host. And I hope you enjoy this webinar and get as much learnings as you can. Okay, so let's start. So before I go into our main topic today, which is importing ebooks into your LMS, first I'd like to show you the outline of our webinar. We will start with a brief introduction about ebooks and SCORM. Then I'll give you the steps to create your own interactive ebook and export it as a SCORM package. Also, I'll give you a very important feature, which is controlling the question grading and SCORM options. And finally, I will show you how to export your ebook as a SCORM to an LMS. At the end, I'll give you some free support channels that you can reach us through. And there will be 10 minutes at the end of the webinar so I can answer all of your questions. Also, today's gift is a special discount coupon that I will give to all of the attendees of this webinar at the end. Okay, so as all of you know, everything is evolving around us, including the books, which started with the heavy printed books and then evolved to the software form, which is the PDF format, and finally it reached the interactive ebooks. Of course, there are many formats that support interactive ebooks. However, the most famous one is the ePub format. Okay, so this is basically for the evolution of books from the printed to the PDF to the interactive ebooks. Now we have a new standard. It's not new, but it's today it's used a lot, which is the SCORM standard or the SCORM format. SCORM stands for Shareable Content Object Reference Model. It has many definitions, but it simply is a SCORM. SCORM is a compressed web app. It's a collection of standards and specifications for e-learning. And actually, it defines all the communications between the client-side content, which is your ebook, and a host system, which is the LMS. And actually, there are some steps for you to import your ebooks into an LMS. First, you will create your ebook in an ebook creation software, and then you will export it as a SCORM package, and finally, we can upload it to an LMS. Of course, there are many LMSs around the world, but the most or popular SCORM compliant LMSs are in this list. We're talking about Moodle, Edmodo, Desire to Learn, Schoology, Blackboard, of course. All of these are LMSs that can support SCORM. But for a SCORM package or a SCORM file, there are two types. The first one is a passive SCORM package, which means you will upload the SCORM package into your LMS and you'll do nothing, and you will get nothing from this package. The students will go to your LMS and they will only read the course, for example, but you won't get any reports from this package. The other type of SCORM is a fully integrated SCORM package with your LMS, which means there are several data sent between your SCORM and your LMS. You're getting scores of your students' questions, you're getting reports of interactions inside your SCORM package. Of course, there are many ebook authoring tools that can export a SCORM, a passive SCORM package. Okay, but there are a rare number of software, ebook authoring softwares that can get you the fully integrated SCORM package, and therefore today I will be using the CoToBe Author software. But before I go into the software, there are some benefits for the LMS integration with your SCORM package. You can preserve the student's reading location. You can store students' answers to questions. Of course, you can get report on the student scores and track activities happening inside the ebook, like, for example, opening a certain video or going into a book widget. And finally, you can measure different goals using objectives. And by objective, I mean a folder. It's basically a folder containing a set of interactions. Okay, so as I mentioned, today I will be using the CoToBe Author. CoToBe is actually a complete end-to-end ebook solution. We have many products, but today I will be focusing on the CoToBe Author. It's an authoring tool that you can use to create your own ebooks, publish them on different formats, including the SCORM, of course, and finally, you can manage these ebooks. For the ones who haven't yet installed the Kotobee or don't know how to use it or from where can I install it, you can simply go to our website, kotobee.com. You can register with your name and email, get a free license, and email will be sent to you with all of the instructions that you need to install the software and start using it. So let me jump into the software. As you can see here, it's divided into 4 primary panels: the edit panel, the customize, the export, and finally the manage panel. In the edit panel, we're basically creating the content of our ebook. We're either creating it from scratch by adding any of these interactive elements from the right-hand side menu, images, galleries, links, questions, videos, audio files, widgets. Or if you have a PDF, you can import your PDF and then you can add any interactive element over it. Or the last way is to import an HTML file, and also after importing you can add any interactive element over it. So after creating the content of your ebook, we will move to the Customize panel, where you experience the look and feel of the end result of your ebook. You can view your ebook from different platforms. For example, let me choose the iPad Air 2. For example, you can rotate it. You can see how it will look like if it was used by the end user. Also from the customized panel, you have 2 sections: the design and the components. In the design, you can add your own logo, your own startup image. You can play around with the colors of the upper bar, the lower bar. In the components, you can enable or disable any of the components inside your reader. Like, for example, the Wikipedia lookup, the Google lookup. I can disable any of them. Like here, the media tab is disabled. If I enabled it, then it will appear in the bottom bar, and the same goes to any other components in your ebook reader. After we finish creating the content of our ebook and customizing the reader, we will move forward to the export phase. We have several export options. For example, you can export standard files, ePub encrypted, which can be read by any ePub reader. You can export it as a web app, desktop app, a native mobile app, Android, iOS, or Windows Phone. Of course, you can integrate with LMS, which is our main topic today, and I will show you how in a while. The simplest way is to host it on our server, and finally, you can export it to a library app, which is created from the CoToBe Author. Now let me jump back to the edit panel. Objectives. As I mentioned before, you can create a certain objective for a certain element in your ebook that you want to get specific reports about. So from where can I create objectives? I will go to the book manager. Here you can see a SCORM section. I will add the objective from here. Let me add an objective for questions. Click on add objectives, and let me add another objective for audio video. Okay, so here I have 2 objectives. The first objective for questions, because I want to get specific reports only from the questions part, and I want to get specific reports about the interactions happening in the audio and video inside my ebook. So I will go to the video and audio already created in my chapter. I will go to the edit pop-up window of the video. In the settings, you will find add to objective. So now I can add it to the objective audio and video. For the audio file, I'll do the same here, add to objective. I will choose audio and video. And for the questions, I will do the same. And here, questions is a very important feature that you can use when you want to export to SCORM and put it in your LMS, because you want to get reports about the scores of your students. So here, as you can see here, the questions is divided into 3 sections: the questions section, layout, and options. In the questions, you're creating the bank of questions. We have 4 types of questions: true and false, multiple choice with a single answer, multiple choice with multiple answer, and short answer questions, open-ended. So here, by clicking on any type of this, a new question will be added in this table. You'll just have to define the question itself and the correct answer. You will, of course, declare the score weight. You can add an answer explanation. You can add an image to this question. Also, you will choose the response type. Either it's a self-answer with report, or do nothing. I will choose the self-answer with report, and I will show you what will happen when I submit the questions. In the layout, you will just have to define the color, font size, and padding of your questions and answers. And in the options, we have some extra options like a clear button, a preserve button, highlight the correct answers when the student submits his answers. Of course, you will define the passing score, the total score. You can have a randomized option. Each time the student accesses the chapter, he will see the questions randomized. If it's a cloud ebook, then you can send the answers to a specific email, and also you can add a subset of the questions. Like if I've created here 6 questions, I can just add, I want to display only 2 questions out of the 6 questions. Each time the student accesses the chapter, he will only be able to see 2 questions out of the total 6 questions in here. Okay, and the final option, which is the SCORM, now I want to add it to the objective I've just created, which is the questions objective, and click on edit. Now, for you to see how the report will appear, I will have to go to the preview mode to be able to interact with the chapter I'm designing right now. Let me go to the questions, click on submit answers, and here's a full report about your about the questions. Let me exit the preview. So now I've created the content of my ebook. I've customized the reader of my ebook. Now I will go to the export phase to export it as a SCORM package, to put it on my LMS. So you'll just have to define the course title like what I've done here, a unique ID and a version, and you will click on create. A compressed file, which is a compressed web app, as I mentioned earlier, will be downloaded on your desktop. You can then go and upload this compressed file on your LMS. So just to give you a hint on how it will look like on an LMS, I will be using today the Moodle, okay, because it's an open source LMS. Anyone can use it. As you can see here, this is the Moodle LMS. To add a new course, I will just click on new course, and then I will click on turn editing on. After the editing is turned on, I will go down to add an activity or resource. I will choose a SCORM package because this is what I want to add, and click on add. It will ask me to enter the information about my course. Let's say test course. Okay, you can enter a description, and here you will add your SCORM package. After the SCORM package is added, this interface will appear to you. You have 2 tabs, the info and reports. In the info, you can see a brief report about your ebook, like the number of attempts allowed, the number of attempts you have made, grade of attempt 1, grading method. All of this will appear to you, and from the section of the reports you will get several reports regarding your ebook, including the objectives report, which contains specific reports for your objectives, like you see here audio, video, and questions. Whenever a user tries to answer the questions or enter the video or play the audio file, there will be specific reports for these objectives. Now, how it will look like, let's go and enter the ebook. Of course, as you know, different LMSs, of course, will have different interfaces. So here I'm using Moodle. Maybe if you're using Blackboard or Schoology or something, it will have a different interface or different options. As you can see here, the book is opening. Let me close the left menu so the book can be as large as possible. As you can see here, the book is opening. This is how it will appear to the end user, who can now read it, answer the questions, play the video files, the audio files, interact with it, and you will get as much interactions reports as you can. So we have some free support channels that you can use to reach us as soon as possible, like the webinar recordings, which are always available. You can either watch the previous recordings by going into our webinars page, kotobee.com/webinars. You can register for a previous webinar and you will be directed to the recorded video. And for this webinar, you can just enter it through the same link you used to enter this session. Also, we have step-by-step online video tutorials on our YouTube channel that you can use, and you will find the recorded video of this webinar also available on our channel. Of course, the knowledge base articles, they are basically user manuals on our support website, support.kotobee.com. And finally, to reach the Kotobee team, you can either email us, online chat from our website, or phone support, or even Skype. And here's our gift for today. It's 20% discount coupon that you can use while purchasing any license from Kotobee. It's valid for 48 hours, starting now, only 2 days. Okay, so I will write it in the chat for you, not to forget it. Let me write it, webinar 610. Okay, here it is. So now your questions are welcome. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Okay, someone is asking, I want to make ebooks that I can send to about 20 people per year. I want them to open the book on their computer or smartphone. Which option do I need to buy, the basic or the premium? Okay, so let me go to the pricing page of Kotobee to explain the difference to you. Okay, if we're talking about an individual ebook, a single ebook, so the best option for you would be the premium license. Why? Because you want to export to all platforms. The basic license is basically for removing the watermark of Kotobee from web and desktop apps. However, for the premium license, you will get unlimited exports as web and desktop apps with your own watermark and logo. You will get 5 mobile exports also with your own watermark and logo, and you will get unlimited number of exports as a SCORM package. So for you, the best option would be the premium license. But if we're talking about several ebooks that you want to have in the same app, then here we're talking about the library. Let me show you a sample library which is created by one of our users in South Africa. The library is basically a single app that contains several ebooks, and you can export this app as a web app, as a desktop app or as a mobile app, and it will look similar to this. Of course, you will have your own design. Here it's a private library, so if I try to open any of the book, it will tell me login to read. And actually, the library is a cloud solution. You can have the license from under the Kotobee library. It starts with up to 10 books, which is $500 per year and 1,000 users. And by increasing the number of books or increasing the number of users, the price of the license will increase. Having the library license, you will get user access control. To create your own library, it will be from the Manage panel under the Library section. You will have access to all of these 8 sections. You can declare it as private, declare that the login using email address or promo code or both. You can have a device DRM option, which is limiting number of devices per user. You can give offline support if you exported your library app as a mobile app, and you can control your users from this table by adding your user emails. You can either activate them, send an activation email, you can deactivate them later, you can control the permissions. Like, for example, I want to give a certain user a permission over a certain book or a certain category. I don't want him to be a global user who can access the whole library. The same goes with promo codes. You can do the same with promo codes. You can create a promo code and send it to anyone. All of these can be done from the library, and as well you can export it to all formats: web app, desktop app, native mobile app, and integration with LMS. So going back to your question, if you're talking about individual ebooks, the best option for you would be the premium license. If you're talking about several ebooks that you want them in the same app and you want to control your users' access, then the library option would be the best. Okay. Someone is asking, can I export SCORM with my free license? Unfortunately not. You won't be able to export SCORM. You will have to get the premium license. It's not available in the basic license. It's only available in the premium license. You'll have to get it. It's a $300 paid once in a lifetime, and you can export unlimited number of times as SCORM packages. Okay, a very good question. Someone is asking, where can I use the discount coupon? Okay, so let's say you decided to buy the premium license. So you'll click on the buy under the premium license from our pricing page. You have 2 places to enter your coupon code. If you're already a registered user, a Kotobee user, then you will enter your serial number here, and you will click on coupon code and enter the coupon code here, sign in, and proceed with the payment process. If you're still a new user, then you will provide all of your information here, and you will enter your coupon here at the bottom and continue with the payment process. Okay, guys, so do you have any other questions? I'd really be happy to help you. Okay, so I guess this is it. Um, Thank you very much. Thank you for your words. If you have any other questions that pops up in your mind, just send us an email or through chat on the website. We would be more than happy to help you. Thank you for attending our webinar. And if you want to attend other webinars, go to kotobee.com/webinars, and you will find all of our webinars that I will be giving this month. Hope you've enjoyed and got as much learnings as you can. Thank you very much.